Hi folks, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all? All four of you? Just wait to see if a few more people come on. Wow, that jumped to 8, so woo, double. Good morning, welcome to Coffee and Card Round 40, and it's already week 5 of the Attention Shoppers week, round. Yes, welcome Anne and Anne. Oh, you've got next to each other today. Good morning, Anne, and Melly, and Cheryl, and Sandra, and the other people who are on but have not said hello yet. Good morning. I've got my pink on today because, in honour of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, because I'm in a musical this week, which opens tomorrow evening. It's dress rehearsal tonight. It was tech rehearsal last night. Well, it was tech. Oh, not buffering again, Betty. It was tech dress yesterday. So, yeah, it's Priscilla, Queen of the Desert at Eden Town Hall this week. So if anyone's local who wants to come and watch it, it is just colourful, bright, funny, camp, amazing. And I've got a little role in Act 1. I'm on for about 6 minutes. I get a solo, bit of a solo sing and a solo dance, and then I'm dressing my friend Peach, who is one of the main characters, and he's got 14 costumes, and it's crazy. There's 2 of us dressing him, and I'm in another couple of numbers as well. So yeah, it's crazy. So yes, I don't know if you know the story of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, but they travel across the Australian outback in a bus, and they paint it pink and call it Priscilla. So that's why I've put my pink jumper on today. So yeah, welcome. So that's my little chit chat about the show. I'm dressed as a koala at one point, so that's quite fun. I'll try and get some photos of that. So all is good. I'm not too tired, even though I didn't go until 11:15 last night. Never thought I'd be skipping around on stage 3.5 months after surgery, but this is my life. So yes, you're here to do crafts, not me to talk about musical theatre. So hope you are ready for a little bit of crafting. I'm just going to tie my hair back actually. Oh gosh, Cheryl, I bet that was a bit crazy, yeah. I bet your eardrums are perforated. Little bit of colouring today in today's one for those of you who have the stamps, a little bit of paper piecing too, and I've got an alternative design for those of you who don't have the stamps. So yes, it is week 5. We've just got one more week, and I need to do a shout out. Today I'm closing bookings for the next one, which starts 2 weeks today, which is the citrus blooms. Would love a few more bookings, of course, even if you just want to do the paper one. So yeah, I'll turn my camera around first. There we go. Hope you can hear me okay. Yes, because I've left my speaker on my computer and I could hear me. Okay, so week after we start this one, and I need to crack on with my designs. So this is my favourite card. I love the blues and the lemons. So yes, it closes today. If you just want to do the one with the papers and provide the stamps and things yourself, then that's £26 posted. And then if you want everything, the bundle with the stamps and the dies, I can't remember how much that is, but you will get to choose a number from my 51 for 51, and I've only had 3 numbers chosen on that so far this month, so there's plenty of prizes left. It's not a brilliant time in the Stampin' Up world at the moment, but we keep going and we keep doing what we do. So that's that. So this week we are doing week 5, and this was my original design. This was my one I made on a demo day that I did, and I got the idea from one of the demos on the day of creating spotted tissue paper, so we did that. And then this is an alternative design. So I'm going to go through your pack. So if you've got the stamps and if you've got something to colour in with, then this is the design you can do. If you haven't, then it's exactly the same layout here. I've just flipped it round. So you've got a card base. You can either choose to do tent fold or book fold. Then you've got a piece of basic white. If you're doing the alternative one with the papers, I've done you a piece of garden green to go behind because there's a lot of green, and we've cut out some of the bouquets. Now, the things you can be aware of, you don't have to cut full ones out, so maybe you could use some that are partial because they're hidden behind the other things. So that's that one. We're doing a bag of shopping. And then if you want to do the one that we've got a piece of petunia pop. Oops, forgot the back. I'm doing a big yawn. And then you need that piece of white that's still in my bag. We've still got a full sheet of petunia pop for next week's card. Well, next week's not a card, it's like a gift card holder. So this is what I've got left. We've got plenty left. We just do have to be careful because we need some for next week. So if you can try and keep, just keep to this edge, and you need to keep some white. In fact, it'd be good if I measured, wouldn't it? We need 2 pieces next week that are 10 wide by about 8.5 deep. So 2 of those. Yeah, so if you can keep this, or if you don't know, don't cut them now just in case I've not done it exactly accurate, but I'm just going to use this, or if you've got any white scraps, use the scraps. But they're not big images. So I'm using those spotty papers today, which have got the purple on the background, on the back. So it's these. Oh, is that big enough? Is that big enough? No. Oh, hang on. Actually, that might be all right. I'll measure it for you. Just getting some scraps out as well. Right. So the background paper is 13.8. It must be 9.5 by 9.5. (13.8) by 9.5. Now mine is just a bit shy. I don't know why it's 13.7. So I'm going to cut mine down to 9.4. I'm going to just take a chunk off it, a millimetre, just so that it's equal. That looks okay. We'll go for that. Right, so that's that prepped. Right, so let's do a little bit of stamping. Okay. And I'm going to use, the plant, shopping bag, bottle. I'm actually going to use a birthday cake. I don't think we've used that. And I'm going to use the happy birthday. Okay, so I'll put this card here so you can see it. And I'm going to stamp here. The dog's running. Good girl. Go under there, darling. Go under there. Can you get under? Good girl. Good girl. So I'm going to stamp a shopping bag on my white card. But I'm using basic grey, by the way. I'm also going to stamp it on some scrap of the spotty. Oh, that wasn't very good. What am I doing here? Mind you, we don't need that bit. I'm going to do that again. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get another scrap. There we go, that's better. I was rushing, that's what I was doing. So that's for some paper piecing. And then we're going to stamp the cake. They're really nice, aren't they, Anne? It's a nice little set. The images are just nice to colour. One cake. And then a couple of bottles. And a couple of plants. Right, let's just cut this off. And we're going to put this away next week. I think I've used the plant motifs. It's quite easy to colour in. Right, I'm going to colour them in first and then I'll cut them out. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. If I go wrong, I go wrong. Right. I'm going to lower my camera actually. There we go. And you can see me a little bit better. I'm going to tie my hair back. For the plants, I am going to just do a little bit of the dark pecan pie at the top and dark at the bottom, like that. I'm just gone over with the light, and then for the middle I'm going to do a bit of peach pie actually. I'm going to do a little bit of dark at the left and then just go over it with the light peach pie. So thank you to those who tuned in to my Stamper Stack over the weekend. I've had quite a few views. If you missed it, you can catch up on all of the cards. I have put pictures of them on my socials. And then for this, I don't sweat it. I just go over the line with the dark old olive and then over all of it with the light one. Yeah. If you want to go back over and do a dark line again, you can do. So that's the plant pots. Okay. Let's do the bottles. So for these, I actually go down the left and do like a little bit of dark old olive, and then along the bottom. And then make sure you're going over it quite firmly. And you sort of pull the ink and blend the ink. I'm forgetting, Craig's made me a lovely coffee in my new mug actually. Evan got me it from, I don't know if I shared it last week. I can't show you it else I tip the coffee out. But he sort of started collecting me these Starbucks mugs from different cities that he's been to. So far, he got me one from London and I loved it. And then he got me a Paris one, and now I've got Amsterdam. So I've really told him I'd love the New York one, and he said he's working on it. And then what I have done is I've done the label in, well, the oval bit in peach pie, just a little line down the left on the edge of the oval, and then I've gone over that. And then for this bit, for this label, I'm not going to start blending. I'm just going to colour in with the light pecan. And then the top. Okay, so that's, I'll show you those. And then the cake. Right. I prefer it with the pale pink, I think. So and I'm going to use, this is Pretty in Pink. This is one of the new in colours. And I'm going to start with the dark over here. You've all gone quiet on me. Keep looking for comments. Are you just watching the colouring? Sorry, it's probably a little bit boring this morning, just watching someone colour and randomly chat about stuff. And I've realised I need a yellow for the candles. I'll do that in a second because I don't want to disturb the dog. Now, we don't need to colour the bag in. And what I'm going to do for the tissue paper is I'm going to grab the light petunia pop. You like to concentrate while I colour. And I'm going to use the bullet end, and I'm just going to do random little dots. To make spotted tissue paper. I don't know about you, but I love a spotted tissue paper. Okay, so they're sort of ready to go. Now, we need to do the dreaded die cutting. The great news about this set is all the dies fit in the mini machine. And hopefully we should be able to do everything. Oh no, we can't because we've got duplicate. Strike that. That's a completely stupid comment by me. I've clearly not had enough sleep. Just, I've got a song from the show in my head now because there's a song in Priscilla called MacArthur Park. And someone left a cake out in the rain, and all I can sing when I'm looking at this cake is that song in my head. I suppose it's better than 10 green bottles. So if you know that song, it's in the show. I've got to make some thank you cards actually for. Oh, I've buggered that up. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. I've got to make some thank you cards on behalf of the cast. So I might use the cake stamp. Right, I'm going to put a bit of new tape on. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. Not done the bottle. Oh. Right, we've got to go back through to do another plant. So let's hope I die cut this one a little better than the last one, which didn't go brilliant. Must have moved. Oh, that bottle's rubbish, but never mind. Okay, let's have a little drink. If you do get it more to one side than the other, just trim a bit off. We've got scissors, we can fix it. Yep. That was not too bad, actually. Better than I thought. Oh, actually, they're better than I thought. So, and then finally, we need to cut out the paper one. Now you cut this right on the line. And then what you're going to do is come down the little handles. Oh, I should have coloured the handle in on the bag. Never mind. We can do that, can't we? So the idea is then that sticks over there, like that. And let's colour those handles in. Now, if I'm gluing this, normally I would tell you to glue on the piece of paper, then take it to the stamp. But for when I'm paper piecing, I actually tend to put the glue, I used this glue yesterday, on the bit that you're sticking it to, and then take it to it. I just prefer to do it like that. And then we have a lovely bespoke. I knew you'd love that, Betty. You'd be singing that all day. There's some classics in it. I'm in a song called I Love the Nightlife. I love the nightlife. It's a slightly different version. Okay, we've done that. There is one last little thing that I need to do, and I've put my big scrap away, so I'm just going to grab some more scrap that I have here, and that is to do the greeting. And you really just need the smallest sliver, and I actually have this left over from cutting a die cut for my stamper stack. So I'm just going to stamp happy birthday. There, like that. I've stamped in petunia, pop. I really wish you could see it, Betty. I know you'd love being at the town hall, and you'd, if I could drive over and bring you, I would. It's such a feel-good show. It's so good. I've just grabbed Lemon Lolly to do the candles. Right, gosh, that feels like time, doesn't it, and a half? Okay, now this is the one where I have done a little bit of doodling. This is completely optional, not compulsory, but sometimes it just adds. I know you do, Betty, I wish you could. Sometimes it just adds that certain, so it's just a line, but it ends up being a bit wavy because it's freehand. Quite close to, helps if your pens. Oh, think that's where we might stick the happy birthday, over that little mishap. Right, let's glue our paper on that we cut down. I haven't told you these measurements if you're crafting along, so I will just stick this down and then let you know that. So the background paper, if you are crafting along, is 7 background card even, 7 by 11.3, which means the white must be 6.5 by 12.8. Okay, that's going to go there. Oh, bless you, Betty. I would, if I could. I just won't be able to get you back. And I've no spare room to put you up. This craft room's a spare room. Okay. Right. We just need to put the happy birthday down. Quite small. We don't want to make, it's just a little cute greeting, and that's going to go there. But first, we're nearly actually done once we've got, it's the colouring that takes the time with this. Once you get your, doesn't that gift bag look nice? Look, with the spotty papers. So, what I would do is put everything on, see where you want it. Yeah. Like that. So, not quite as, the plant pots don't look like they're stood up properly. Everything's foam padded. It's all foam padded. But just be aware you don't want to put too many foam pads on things. So what I tend to do is the two biggest items, the bag and the cake, they're going to have a foam pad. We're going to get them down first. Yeah. So it's just to the right of the middle is the cake. Okay, and then the bag is sort of stood quite straight actually, and that's quite near, about a centimetre away from the edge. And then the bottle can have a little bit of glue on the edge, but then it needs a foam pad down one edge so we can sort of wedge it. So I've got some strips cut ready. So it sort of half hangs on the bag and then like that. Now the plant there, there's actually quite a bit of a gap there. That's going to go there. Oh, that's fine. So this could just have, we can probably fit the foam pad down the middle there, one of the edge pieces. That can maybe stand up like that. We'll pop the bottle slightly underneath the cake, so the cake's more in the foreground. Oh, is that John? And then we're nearly there, folks. What time is it? Oh, nearly 11:10. Okay, so that's the images, and then the happy birthday. I'm just going to go cover that line there. Okay, there we have today's card. You could add some little gems if you wanted to. Sandra, have you made 5 of those already? Sandra usually makes 2 and pops a picture in our group, which we all look out for, I think, now. So thank you, Sandra. So that's today's card. But Sandra, you've not got the stamps, have you? So we can see what yours look like with the papers. So I've now got 3 of those. They're my faves. Right, next week, we're going to do a gift card holder, okay, for like a, you know, your standard credit card style gift cards. And I done mine sample, but my stamping went wrong, so excuse my double stamp, shadow stamping, but I'd already done everything, and I've got splodges, so that needs a gem or something on it. So basically, I've not thought about popping some ribbon around, you know, to tie it so it's not, but basically this opens up like that, so you can write your message here. So that's the front. You can write your message there, and then you can pop the card in here. Now you will need a circle die or a circle punch to punch out this little space. But yes, this is what your A4. So there's no bag for next week. Well, the big brown paper bag is the bag. So we're going to use the piece of A4 Petunia Pop to make this. Okay. Now, there's no trolley cut out for anybody, so you can just use the images that are in your kits, okay, and do what you want. Now, if you've joined the coffee and card and you don't want to do any more veg or anything on your card, then just use some other kind of stamps and put some flowers on the front. But we've got treat yourself, and then shopping is always a good idea, but my horrible stamping. So yeah, with a little gift card in there. Yeah, it's an all right design, isn't it? I can't remember. I think it was Lisa Curcio that I got it from. But yeah, I quite like that. I thought it was quite fun, and I thought it would work with lots of different papers, and it would work. Oh, you have the stamp set already, Sandra, so brilliant. I thought it would work with Christmas as well. And I like to show you things that you can recycle and use again. I don't just want to show you things to do like a one-off and you might never do it again. So I try and find things that are quite easy to do but also look nice. So yeah, that's next week. So I think that's all from me today. I'm going to see what the postman brought. I wonder if it's for me. So I won't put the camera around because I've lowered my camera and it'll all get in the way. But thank you for coming along to craft with me this morning. This is today's card, and I'll see you next week. I'll see you when I've returned from Australia. Not the real Australia, for anyone who doesn't know what I've been talking about. But have a great week. The sun is going to come out tomorrow, literally, I think. Yeah, it's going to get a bit nicer. So I'll see you soon. Thank you for your company. See you. Bye.